What's going on, guys? It's your boy John the Liquidator coming back with another video, and it looked like Caitlin Clark has broken the internet yet again. Guys, for this one here, we got to go all the way up to Indy. Let's get it. Let's go. Man, I hope everybody's having a great holiday week. Man, I know I've been away the last couple of days, man, getting ready for the holidays. I kind of chill out around this time of the year. Those of you guys who kind of been following the channel for a while know around the holidays, I like to spend time with family and just kind of take it a little easy, man. But we got to talk about this. So Caitlin Clark has broken the internet yet again, man. She's been kind of low-key lately throughout it all.
He's not the face of the league? Then who is, really? Some point to other stars, maybe Sabrina, maybe a few familiar names who've earned respect over the years. And yes, the WNBA has plenty of talented, recognizable players who deserve credit. But pretending the league would be standing in the same place today without Caitlin Clark misses the point entirely. Those were the words that poured out of Sophie Cunningham, and they landed hard. Her blunt assessment didn't tiptoe around feelings or politics, it cut straight to the impact Clark has had on visibility, attention, and momentum. Within minutes, the reaction spread across social media, turning a single comment into a full-blown debate. This wasn't just an offhand remark or locker room chatter. It struck at the core of an ongoing tension about star power, market value, and how progress actually happens in professional women's basketball. Cunningham's statement forced the league and its fans to confront an uncomfortable truth: growth doesn't happen evenly, and influence isn't distributed equally. The conversation that followed wasn't polite, but it was inevitable.
It definitely could be a strike coming in the near future. There has been several players like Angel Reese and other players that's kind of been in the headlines with other little stories. I really haven't been messing with it, man. Y'all know my main focus is going to be Caitlin Clark, how she's been doing. And it's just, to me, I just feel like this time of the year really ain't a whole lot going on with Caitlin. I think Jan Jensen spoke about it in an interview. She haven't even been to any Iowa Hawkeye basketball games. My thing is Caitlin Clark's probably falling off the grid a little bit. She's probably back in Indianapolis training too, if we won the holidays. But she's probably back in Indy training, getting ready.
Cunningham's forceful response highlighted just how intense the atmosphere has become since Caitlin Clark entered the league. What's unfolding goes far beyond normal rookie hype. It exposes deep concerns about balance, recognition, and fairness inside the WNBA. Clark's presence has amplified tensions that were already simmering beneath the surface, bringing them into full public view. This debate isn't really about one first-year player. It's about the economic shift she represents and the way her massive draw is rewriting long-standing expectations around value and compensation. Her market power has accelerated conversations the league has avoided for years, especially when it comes to revenue, endorsements, and who truly benefits from growth. At its core, the issue stretches past branding and popularity. It raises serious questions about how the league plans to reward its biggest contributors and divide the money flowing in as interest surges. Cunningham's remarks peeled back the curtain on quiet resentments, unwavering alliances, and a growing sense that real money, and real influence, is now at stake. And with millions potentially on the table, this argument is nowhere near finished.
26 season. Now, many people have been saying that Caitlin Clark could be the person that's behind the holdup with this whole strike thing. I can't yay or nay that. But one thing I can say is that Caitlin Clark has been participating with Team USA basketball. We've seen about a week and a half ago, she was in Durham, North Carolina at training camp with a host of other players who reported on that. That was big time news. But yeah, man, so as of right now, we got to talk about this current story that is Caitlin Clark got a new selection from Panini that has come out. You got many big time sports analysts, sports people talking about this. And that
all of this only poured gasoline on an already unstable situation. The WNBA is now deep in high-stakes labor talks, with the possibility of a strike no longer hypothetical. The Players Association has formally delivered its proposal to team owners, and the message is clear: meaningful change is required, or games may stop altogether. This is not a routine contract disagreement or a symbolic protest. It's a full-scale fight over pay equity, revenue sharing, and working conditions that players argue have lagged far behind the league's rapid growth. The negotiations are tense, strategic, and happening under an unforgiving spotlight. The timing makes the pressure even more intense. With Caitlin Clark driving record-breaking ratings, sponsorships, and media coverage, the league has never been more commercially relevant. That surge has raised expectations, and stakes, for everyone involved. Now, the threat of a strike hangs over a season that could redefine the WNBA's future. One misstep could derail momentum that took years to build. And as talks continue behind closed doors, every player's financial future, from rookies to veterans, is very much on the line.
And so, as of right now, we got to talk about this current story that is Caitlin Clark got a new selection from Panini that has come out. You got many big-time sports analysts, sports people talking about this, and that is this drop right here. So it says 2025 Panini Caitlin Clark Chronicle keepsake pre-orders. So this is something that is coming out. So Dan Patrick actually spoke about this and kind of broke it all down what this Panini thing is. And he's pretty much saying that people should buy it and not open it. Now, I don't know if I'm going to get this or not, but I just thought this...
Quiet speculation has begun to swirl around Caitlin Clark's role in all of this, not as a visible organizer, but as an undeniable catalyst. There's no confirmation that she's directly involved in strike discussions, and no one is claiming she's pulling strings behind the scenes. Still, her influence is impossible to ignore. Clark's arrival has magnified long-standing concerns about pay and profit in ways the league can no longer sidestep. The attention she draws, the sponsors she attracts, and the revenue she helps unlock have pushed economic realities into the open. Without saying a word, her presence has challenged the league to confront systems that were built for a very different level of exposure. That silent pressure now looms over collective bargaining negotiations. How does a league fairly reward a player who helps generate millions in new income, while also honoring veterans who built the foundation long before the spotlight arrived? It's a complicated balance, and one with no easy answers. What was once a theoretical debate has now become unmistakably real. The contrast between value created and value returned has never been clearer, and the tension surrounding fairness, who gets what, and why, is reaching a breaking point.
So this is something that is coming out. So Dan Patrick actually spoke about this and kind of broke it all down what this Panini thing is, and he's pretty much saying that people should buy it and not open it. Now, I don't know if I'm gonna get this or not, but I just thought this was pretty darn interesting. So this is what took place on Dan Patrick's show about an hour ago. Let's
I guess I could if you want me to.
All right, I got Christmas gifts here.
Great.
Courtesy of Panini. Bless you, Martha. So this is the special Caitlin Clark chronicled 100 cards.
Even while keeping a low profile over the holidays, Caitlin Clark's presence hasn't faded for a second. Reports suggest she's back in Indianapolis, focused on training and preparation for the 2026 season, yet her name continues to dominate sports media and online discussion. Silence, in her case, has done nothing to dull the spotlight. That alone says everything about her reach. Few athletes can step out of public view and still remain the center of the conversation, but Clark has managed exactly that. Her influence now stretches far beyond game nights, press conferences, or highlight reels. It's embedded in the league's daily narrative. Though no official figures have been attached to her future earnings, the conversation around her salary is impossible to separate from her constant visibility. Every viral clip, every debate, every spike in ratings reinforces the same point: her value extends well beyond the box score. The market reacts to her whether she speaks or not. What's most striking is how her absence has become just as powerful as her presence. While she trains quietly, the league wrestles publicly with the ripple effects she's created. That dynamic alone underscores how dramatically she has reshaped the WNBA's commercial reality, and how that shift is still unfolding in real time.
It's sold out at Target. So this is $82. $82 here, bro. Let me make sure you guys can see this. And get this pulled up. I mean, it's $85, so you can pre-order this right here. Hold on, let me see if I can get these images pulled up. So this is it here. This hard. I can't even lie. This is pretty hard. What does that say? Trendsetter. That's hard there, guys. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Days earlier, Caitlin Clark was once again at the center of elite basketball circles, taking part in a Team USA training camp in Durham, North Carolina. Sharing the court with some of the sport's top talent, her participation wasn't ceremonial, it was meaningful. Moments like this reinforce that her influence reaches far beyond one level of the game. This wasn't about potential or projection. Being included in national team environments signals trust, relevance, and immediate impact at the highest tier of basketball. Even before officially stepping into the WNBA, Clark is already woven into conversations that shape the future of the sport on a global scale. Her steady presence in these top-level settings strengthens the case that she's more than a breakout name or a temporary headline. She's becoming a fixture among the game's elite, recognized not just for skill, but for what she brings to the broader basketball ecosystem. And that reality inevitably circles back to the financial discussion. When a player consistently commands space at the highest levels, on the court, in media, and in public attention, it forces difficult questions about value and compensation. Clark's resume continues to grow, and with it, the pressure on the league to define what fair truly looks like in this new era.
Hard. I can't even lie. This is pretty hard. What they say? Trendsetter. That's hard there, guys. I ain't gonna lie to you. It says introduced in 2025, Caitlin Clark, 100 card set, including 50 Caitlin Clark WNBA and 10 Caitlin Clark lifestyles, featuring 4 cards per pack, 8 packs per unit, for a total of 32 cards. Looking for the exclusive green halo and green laser parallels. Look for autographs and the ultra rare.
Another layer to her growing financial footprint, a newly released Caitlin Clark Chronicle Keepsake Collection has sent shockwaves through the sports collectibles world. The drop triggered an immediate online frenzy, with demand surging almost instantly. It wasn't a slow build, it was an explosion. Prominent voices across sports media quickly weighed in. Analysts like Dan Patrick openly advised fans not to rip the packs, but to preserve the sealed 100 card sets as long-term investments. That guidance reframed the product entirely, shifting it from fan memorabilia to something closer to a financial instrument. The comparison wasn't subtle. Treating these cards like fine art rather than casual collectibles speaks volumes about the economic weight now tied to Clark's name. Her brand isn't just selling, it's appreciating. This goes far beyond jerseys or posters. These items function as physical proof of a demand curve rarely seen in women's sports. And when merchandise begins behaving like an asset class, it raises an unavoidable question. If the market is valuing her at this level already, has her true financial worth even been fully recognized yet?
Roll it.
And it literally pisses me off when people are like, she's not the face of the league.
Who would be?
What?
Sabrina? No.
No, there's really good, well-known people in our league. I'm not discrediting them. We have a lot of badasses in our league.
Yeah.
Hell yeah to that. I'm all for that. But when people try to argue that she's not the face of our league,
Yeah.
or if our league would be where we're at without her, you're dumb as shit.
Yeah.
You're literally dumb as fuck. And it literally pisses me off when people are like, she's not the face of the
So
league.
that's Sophie Cunningham, man. Speaking about Caitlin Clark being the face of the league. Want to know you guys' thoughts down in the comment section right now. Happy holidays to everybody.
Further reinforcing her dominance off the court, a newly released Panini Caitlin Clark Chronicle Collection has taken the sports memorabilia world by storm. The set features 32 carefully curated cards, including premium inserts highlighting milestones such as her WNBA debut moments, all-star projections, and even her appearance on the cover of Time magazine. Autographs and ultra-rare, color blast cards add a layer of exclusivity that immediately caught the attention of serious collectors. Panini's approach leaves little doubt about how they view Clark, not as a temporary sensation, but as a once-in-a-generation figure with unmatched commercial pull. Every element of the collection is engineered to drive urgency and scarcity, transforming fandom into frenzy. It's a clear demonstration of how seamlessly her image converts into high-value products, and it quietly raises a critical question: how much of this commercial success actually makes its way back to the players? Priced between $82 and $85, the Panini Caitlin Clark Chronicle Collection sold out almost instantly at major retailers like Target, while Dick's Sporting Goods and Panini's own website struggled to keep inventory available. That price point is not trivial for most fans, yet demand overwhelmed supply within hours. The speed of the sellout is a tangible signal of the consumer force Clark commands. This isn't hypothetical influence, it's measurable. When fans are willing to spend that kind of money on trading cards alone, it highlights the scale of revenue flowing into the league's ecosystem because of her presence. That reality makes the ongoing debate over salaries and league economics impossible to ignore. The contrast is striking. On one hand, merchandise is flying off shelves and viewership records are being shattered. On the other, the WNBA is locked in tense labor negotiations, with players openly dissatisfied over compensation. Clark's viral impact has illuminated a gap between revenue generation and revenue distribution that can no longer be brushed aside. Her individual market value, which has surged dramatically since her college career, now implicitly challenges long-standing salary caps and revenue-sharing models. This conversation extends far beyond one contract. It cuts to the heart of whether the league's financial framework